I guess you could say, a professional speaker and researcher and writer, and I do some consulting with companies and individuals, and I travel around the world giving seminars on personal development and help people. I always say help them set their goals and drive their roles, to be able to set their ambitions and find out what they really love to do and what would be inspiring to them and how to live an amazing life.
So what's your primary message that you're trying to get out there?
Well, that deep down inside every human individual is a true yearning for something great. There's an inner magnificence, an inner genius in everyone, and that there are certain principles and methodologies that if they incorporate or start to utilize in their life, that power and potential can come to the surface and they can go out and do some really amazing things with their life.
So what do you think are the differences between someone who, say, creates a fortune and someone who doesn't?
Well, there are some, as I describe in my book, you can make a hell of a profit, still get to heaven, that there is a hierarchy of values in everyone. Things that are most important, second most important, third most important, etc. And whatever's highest on your value, you tend to bring order to and discipline to. And whatever's lower on your value, you tend to have chaos and disorder. So if wealth building and saving money and building fortune and amassing, you might say, a financial empire, is not your highest few values, the probability of it is not very high. It's literally a game of probability. If you apply certain principles, the science of building wealth, you can do it. But the probability of you doing those and applying those is based on your value systems. For instance, if you have a husband and wife walking through the mall, and the wife's highest values is children, children's education, children's health, etc., and the husband's values is business and finances and wants to build and accumulate wealth, as they walk through the mall, because of the hierarchy of their values, she will see things relating to children, and she'll see and notice opportunities and events that all relate to children. She will have attention deficit disorder, you might say, if she starts to go into a bookstore and look at financial books. She'll be just shut down. He, on the other hand, will be awake, and he'll be inspired, and he'll look for new ideas, and he'll see business opportunities and money opportunities that she won't see. But he will have attention deficit if he goes into the children's store. He won't relate to it because it's not his value system. Not that he doesn't love the children, it's just that he doesn't see things, because the hierarchy of those values dictate how you see the world and act upon the world. So we are going to attend to things and intend things according to those values. If a person does not have building wealth and saving money and building fortune somewhere in the top aspects of their values, the probability isn't going to occur. Because whatever resources that they receive in their life, they're going to disperse those resources exactly according to their values. So the woman, if you gave her $10,000, she'll go out and buy children's clothes and children's education materials and everything else. Where the man might go and do something, invest in it, or he might build a new company with it, or he might do something to help his business. You can only expect from people to live their values. Any other expectations is really projection and illusion, and you will automatically be betrayed expecting anything else.
But most people I speak to say, I want to be wealthy.
What I found, if I ask a room, I said, put your hands up if you would love to have a vast fortune and want to be wealthy. Almost every single person, I think I've had just a handful of people all over the world that haven't said yes. And usually those people are basically lying to themselves. Everybody wants to be wealthy, they say. But only 1 to 3% of the population really attain that. So that means that most people don't know what their values are. They say it, but what does their life demonstrate? That same person that says, I want to be wealthy, their life demonstrates that the second money comes in, they go out and buy immediate gratifying things that depreciate in value. And they don't accumulate it, save it, and invest in it. If you have a low value on money, you will be its slave your whole life, because you'll keep spending it on immediate gratifying things that are more important to you and never saving. The wealthy save first, pay themselves first, and buy things that appreciate in value. The poor don't save, they pay themselves last and buy things that appreciate in value and immediate gratifying. They want instant pleasure, not long-term vision. I always say immediate gratification costs you wealth, and long-term vision pays you wealth. And so a lot of the differences in those value systems.
And just finally, you've got a book that you've written about all this?
It's called How to Make One Hell of a Profit and Still Get to Heaven. Thousands of people, millions of people really, have an internal conflict between receiving wealth. They say they want to be wealthy, but they're not demonstrating it because they have some sort of an internal conflict that says, oh, I'm not in it for the money, that's greedy, oh, I shouldn't do that. And there's all these moral dilemmas that they're facing. And I thought, the truth is they really would love to have a prosperous life. That's the truth. Nobody gets up in the morning and says, God, I want to have less. They all want to get up and they want to expand. In all 7 areas of our life, spiritually, mentally, career, financial, family, social, and physical, everyone wants to grow and expand. It's natural. So anytime we sit and lie to ourselves about what we want, we hold ourselves back. And what I find is the people that say, I'm not really important, it's not in that. When I ask them, if I could show you a strategy on how to do that, would you take it? They jump on it in a second. What I try to do in the book is to try to help people break through that internal conflict, because that's a big conflict for people. And then give them the methods and strategies and principles to help them build wealth. It's not a quick get rich system. It's not overnight, how to buy millions of dollars of real estate. It's none of that stuff. It's simply a methodical mechanism to get you to save, to wisely invest your money so you don't lose it, to preserve principal and build it slowly but surely,